Well, let's kick things off. It is already November 5th, 2025, man. We're at the tail end of the season. We're in Q4, kind of hopping into that final stretch of all of our season for those that are up in the north. For those of you that, of course, are in the south, you tend to run 12 months a year. I'm winking at all of you saying that's not true at all, by the way, because we should all be running our business 12 months a year, no matter what. Make sure that we're lighting up our revenue, not just in the time that it's sunny outside, but we're actually doing it when the sun is tucked away behind those clouds, as well as when the temperatures drop. We spoke about that last Thursday, actually, just under a week ago, on the pothole hunting workshop that we hosted. Anybody raise your hand if you were there, guys? Anybody on that? Cool. You guys get some good value on that hour and 20 minutes. Yeah. It was pretty awesome, man. I really appreciate a lot of the feedback too. I had like 60 something emails that ended up in my inbox. So that was pretty cool. Hopefully you guys have written down some notes there and you can really leverage that workshop for your business. A lot of little golden nuggets that were shared. Tonight, we actually have some more golden nuggets that we're going to be spitting out to you guys right here on the AK Roundtable. Mr. Matthias, thanks for co-hosting with me as always, man. Appreciate you, brother. And we'll do our very best to man any questions that are in the chat. Feel free to ask those questions in the chat. We'll do the best to answer. If you guys do have a question, you can click that little reaction button down at the bottom. You can give a thumbs up, raise your hand. If you raise your hand, of course, I will get to you guys. I can see this full screen. For those of you that are not on camera, if you can be on camera, it's always best to get on camera. I tend to light up a little bit more and try to pour out more of my knowledge and experience when I see a lot more people on. So if you guys come on camera, that's great. If you can't, I totally understand. You might be in the background doing things that we don't want to see anyway. I'm kidding. And of course, if you're driving, be safe on the road, guys. Be safe on the road. For everyone listening to the recording, we, of course, appreciate you listening to the recording. This is all about working together to build a brighter future. Michael Winley would say it to you. I know he'd come right on here and throw out that motivation, right? Michael Winley, get some of that motivation out to us, brother. We need some Michael Winley energy. Let's do it. Come on, Mike. Click that unmute button. There you go.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all today?
Awesome, brother.
Woo, I just want to bring y'all some energy. I'm whooped. I'm wore out, but you know what? I'm sitting in my truck, just backed into the driveway, working on a church parking lot, 400 stalls, 10 handicap, whole bunch of stenciling. I've been out there since yesterday. Got a whole bunch of more work lined up. Man, and they say this is the slow season. I'm just starting to take off. And I just want anybody and everybody to know who may be new, who may be on here, don't give up. Follow the systems and processes that are taught right here will help you get to where you need to be. This is the foundational work right here. This is what we need to do to grow. So let's grow, y'all.
Appreciate you, man. That's awesome. If that's not encouraging, guys, 400 stalls to be out there and saying he's going into his on season at this time of the year is pretty cool stuff. So it doesn't slow down. Definitely there's going to be some of us that are going to go and take a break and go and recharge, get some oxygen and stuff. That's always a good thing. Find your balance. But also, if you have a plan that's literally laid out for you, that plan is laid out to achieve the results that you've set out to achieve. I tend to say if you haven't achieved where you need to be on a benchmark perspective, I don't think you can go sit under a coconut tree. You got work to do. That's right. You got work to do. Now, listen, if you're achieving all your goals and you're already in your stretch goal and you're in bonus round, then of course, man, go enjoy a pina colada or virgin pina colada somewhere under a coconut tree. But I haven't hit my goals yet for the year. So I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep doing my thing and I'm going to have fun doing it, man. It's really, really important that you enjoy that mission. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna dig right into this here tonight, guys. Make sure you change your name too. You'll see my name followed by my email address. Just change it with your email address on there. The network on the AK Roundtable is really big now. You know, we've got 300 contractor network members. Matthias will drop the link into the chat in case you guys haven't signed up for it yet. It's completely free. But man, we have people that are sharing work. We have jobs and leads that are going to people, and you should probably take advantage of that. In addition to that, you guys all become kind of, you know, family here, right? It's you guys working together. You may not, you know, Steve doesn't know, for example, Michael. Maddie may not know Michael. Gabe may not know Steve, but this is the place that you guys have the opportunity to interact and engage and build relationships with other people that are of the same mindset of going out there and building a business in this industry that is not going to get replaced by AI. I'll say that one more time. It's not going to get replaced by AI. It's going to thrive through recessions. And let's say there was some kind of a super bug that happened to travel all around the world, that whatever you believe, let's say that happened in our lifetime. This industry thrives through those times as well. And so when we think about that, oh, there was that COVID thing. But anyway, you get my drift, right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, guys. Work together to build a brighter future. My mission here on the roundtable with Matthias and our team at Asphalt Kingdom is to give you guys the knowledge, the experience, and the resources that you can leverage to really go out there and do that. It's one of the reasons why we built AK Dash. For those of you that are on it, you already know. For those of you that aren't on it, you should definitely get with Dylan Malone and get some training there. See under the hood. We're leveraging AI in there now too, which is really working well to help improve the process and save you guys time. But I want to talk about tonight. I want to talk about something important, really, really important. All this stuff's important, but I want to talk about Google reviews. And I want to open this up for some discussion here tonight. And I've got some stuff too I'll show you inside the AK Vault as well. Inside of a lot of you have access to the vault. Like Michael, you've got access to the vault. Who here has access to the vault? Just raise your hand. Gabe, you have the vault access? Matthew, yeah, a bunch of you guys have it. So inside the AK Vault, you're going to see in the marketing vault, I'll just share my screen quickly here. Inside of the marketing vault, you guys roll into there. I want to talk about Google reviews and QR codes and some of the things that are going to be really important for you guys to be able to leverage. Raise your hand if you do driveway sealing or you're considering doing driveway seal coating. Raise your hand if you do driveway sealing or if you consider driveway sealing. All right, cool. Raise your hand if you do asphalt seal coating, like commercial. All right. And raise your hand if you do both. Cool. Well, this is going to apply to everyone because Google reviews are extremely important for your business. And so I want to go around the board and feel free to raise your hand too if you've got you know, an opinion or an answer on this. But if we were talking about like a Google review and ranking playbook, what are some of the things that we would consider essentially using or doing to leverage the Google platform to get more leads and results from that? Raise your hand if you have any ideas on what we could do. And these are golden nuggets, guys, that you should write down, but like these are really, really, really important. I promise you, somebody who has Google reviews that are 25 5-star reviews versus yours that might have 1 review, I can guarantee if somebody's looking for a provider for their pavement solutions, I promise you they're going to go with the one with the 25. Wouldn't you? Now, what happens if you have a Google business profile where you have 2 reviews, one's a 1-star and one's a 5-star, and then you have somebody else that has 25 5-star. You get my drift here, right, guys? The guys with the best reviews are generally going to attract more. So let's dig into this. Let's carve into this. Michael Winley, what's something around this Google reviews here that we can leverage to really, really push up our business? Michael Winley.
Yeah, I'm doing trucking. My light just turned off on me. So what I've been doing is I got the QR code. I have it set up for I can send it to them in a text or an email. And after the job, I still follow up with them and check back with them. And just from the relationship and the way I've been taught how to build the relationships with the customers, they all I have no problem. There's a couple that haven't left me a review yet, and I just and I'm not gonna pester them about it, but they said they would. And everybody, I'm looking at everybody like their review now. You know what I mean? Anytime I'm doing the work, when I'm done, and they tell me how much they like it, I'm sending them a QR code.
Guys, clear? Raise your hand if you know how to find your QR code attached to your Google business profile. If you guys don't know how to do it, I'm going to show you right now. Check this out. You guys can watch the recording or you can take a screenshot. Feel free to take a screenshot with your phone or something. I'm just giving this, let's just give this to you guys. Can you see my screen? All right, cool. Inside your Google business profile, you're going to see it says ask for reviews. You want to click that. You've got a link here and you've got a QR code. I'm clicking that link right here, right now, guys. And I'm going to leverage this opportunity just like you should leverage with your clients. I'm dropping that into the chat here with you guys. I'd appreciate it if you guys could take 2 minutes and leave a review for our company. We work really, really hard here to make sure that we serve our customers and over deliver on the value constantly. Raise your hand if you would leave us a Google review. Raise your hand if you'll do that for us. Do we deserve a good Google review? Raise your hand. All right, cool. You guys should be leveraging that same tactic. And by the way, I'm asking for real. And so you guys should do the same thing for your business, right? You should leverage that ability to deliver a QR code. Now, where can we place a QR code? Alexander, where's a place that we could place that QR code asking for reviews? Where could that get placed?
Invoices, business cards, quotes, kind of anywhere, I guess.
Yes, sir. Bingo, bango. It can go, but you can send a link as well, right? By SMS. You could send it by email, right? Matthew, you're up. Any ideas, brother, on Google on ways to get more Google reviews?
I was gonna say exactly what he said as well. I actually just went through the onboarding for AK Dash. Great process, by the way. Very informative. And they were talking about when you were trying to do your proposals and your invoice, how you actually have that option to be able to go ahead and put in that link that will go to your Google page. And if somebody can leave a review there every time you leave an invoice over to them or do a proposal to them, they have that option to be able to leave a review on there. So that's great. So that or the QR code. I know a lot of people who put the QR code onto their shirts. So that way, if they're doing door-to-door or whatever, they can simply just scan their shirt. And there's a QR code right there as well. So, a lot of cool, different, great ideas too. So.
Yeah, man. And Matthew, I believe did you join the Pothole Army? I believe you have, right?
Let's go.
Dude, we are going to crush it. We've got 3 spots left to reach our target, okay? And we've got a cohort of 20 that are going to roll into this thing. Brother, you've got a good group of people that are going to get started on that, man. November 10th, we're starting, guys, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're not leaving anything off the table. Like, we're giving it all. We're super stoked. We can't wait to do it, man. I'm glad you're signed up, brother. Cool. Let's keep rocking. What else can we do with Google reviews here? What else can we do? So there's QR codes that we can put on. I've got a really good one, guys, a really, really good one. We can leverage these Google reviews, guys, man. It's really, really important, right? So you complete a job, you can rate when you're completed that job and somebody's high on it. They're like, man, they're smiling at it. They love their driveway. The colors are popping, their parking lot's popping. They're like, this is awesome. You better get on that. Right? You better get on that. Just the way, like I asked you guys for a review right here, man. You guys are kind of, you're engaged. You guys are stoked. We're hearing some success. We're hearing some golden nuggets. You guys are engaged. Of course, that's how I want to ask you guys for a Google review. While you guys are in that spot, You guys got to do the same thing with your customers, man. So make sure timing is such an important thing. Timing, fast, and make it easy. Fast and easy. All right. Here's another one, guys. Think about this. Any of you, raise your hand if you work with anyone in your business, for example, like actual, team members or partners, people that help you do the jobs. People help you sell the jobs. You guys ever been to a restaurant where they do a really, really good job asking you for a Google review and the waitress or waiter asks you to scan that QR code? Raise your hand if you've ever had that happen at a restaurant. Barely anybody. I know some of us are raising our hands, but a lot of companies don't do it. And so what I'm asking you guys to do, incentivize your team members to get more Google reviews for you guys, right? Give them 25 bucks a review, man. Pay them to get reviews. Incentivize. That's the next one. Fast, QR code, incentivize. What can we do with these Google reviews, guys? What can we do with these Google reviews once we have them? Any ideas? Cameron.
At the end of the day, you're a lot more reputable. And especially with Google, like your ranking matters so much. So when people see you compared to those other people, you have that leverage as best reviews.
Boom. Boom. Social proof, right? Marketing. Maddie, you got your hand up.
Yeah, you could also use especially the 5 stars and the ones who really give a compelling story, and the people who really put their heart out into the comments. You can put those and share those on social media. Put those on your Facebook. You can make a short video or anything like that. Just kind of share to people and to everyone about what other people think about you and your company and your brand. So
Love it. Maddie, I can see your hand up there. Go ahead, Maddie.
Yeah, I was going to mention that, I put it on my website and I link my Google reviews to my website. So when people go to my website, if that's where they find me, then automatically they see 5-star by, so many amount of people and things like that. I was also going to mention earlier that you talked about like, how can you get Google reviews or why it's important. And I'm going to tell you, when I talk to people just in general out in the field, they're looking for someone with character, right? They're looking for someone that has, all the right, boxes checked off for them. And you mentioned, coworkers, those kind of things, but even family members, they can vouch for you on your character, those kind of things. So, they know you show up on time. They know the type of person you are more than most of these people anyways. So.
Check this out, guys. You've literally got a screen full of peers that are here leveling up and working hard. That's why I said to put your email address attached to your screen, guys. We already have your email address, so don't think that we're going to grab your email address and spam you. We're going to always deliver lots of stuff to you, but you guys should mark your email address, take a screenshot of what we've got on the screen, and you should email each other and try to get each other some reviews. Don't lie. I say this often, guys. There's no bullshit involved with this. You want to be truthful. Raise your hand if you believe that your peers here showing up are trying to level up their business. Raise your hand if you believe that. You guys aren't just wasting your time. You're here leveling up your business. You can therefore say to each other on each other's Google reviews, man, this company's committed to leveling up and growing and serve you better. I'm a part of a community, part of a network with them. They're showing up to the roundtables, like drop an honest review. Be real with each other. It's not to trick the engine, but you guys have to work together to build each other's businesses, man. Competition doesn't exist in our industry, only a mindset thing. Work together and we will build a brighter future. Guys, another thing that's really, really important to make sure of is that when people do leave you reviews, regardless of whether they're bad or good, you must reply to them very, very fast. Okay? Google has an algorithm that reads whether or not you respond to reviews, one, and the time in which you respond to them. Google does not like a business that builds something that's a set it and forget it type business. They want to be working and promoting companies that are using their engine, their system, the way that it's designed to be used, which is fast, smooth, and giving the searcher's search the best result. Okay? And so I want you to think about this tactically and strategically. Let me ask you, do you think that if your review response, so replying to the review, if it included your city or area, your local geo-targeted area that you're looking to work along with some services that you build into your reply, do you think that that has influence on Google? Read about it. It does, guys. You want to make sure that you're building in your geographical targeted areas that you're wanting to provide services in. A lot of you guys, like, we're going to dig really deep. So for you guys that are on the Pothole Army, like that kind of a cohort, just we're going to dig into all kinds of layers here and really make sure we optimize this, templates and all that stuff. But I want you guys, whoever's not there, I want you guys to still get this value. I want you to think about this tactically. Every reply that you do to any review has to happen fast, and it needs to include the geographical area you're looking to serve and the services that you're providing. Matthias.
I just wanted to add something. One thing we find at Asphalt Kingdom is that when you give something to someone, you're more likely to get return, the reciprocal. And if you ever think about it, if you're doing business with a commercial property or somebody that owns a store or a restaurant or a gas station, they probably want a Google review too. You could always trade Google reviews with the guys you're doing business with. I'm assuming that if you sat there and said, hey, you guys do get Google reviews for your business? Boom. I'll do a Google review for you guys. Would you mind giving me one back? You might have a better success rate as well. I mean, we find that giving a payment assessment closes 35 to 50% more deals. I mean, hey, hopefully that helps.
I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Take a look closely. Watch this. So we have 4.9 out of 5. Only 163. I want 16,000. If I don't ask, nobody's going to come on and leave reviews. But of course, you guys are going to take this to 183 tonight. I know it. But I'm smiling as I say this. And so I want you to see inside of here the reviews that are in here. And look here. Do you see this 1-star review that we got 3 weeks ago, guys? Do you see that? It says, received damaged parts, been a few months and still waiting. Thomas, rest assured, we will be reaching out to resolve this. Apologies in advance. We'll get it sorted out. And that's from me. We've since taken care of it. Thomas is now going to turn into an evangelist who's going to become one of our top fans at Asphalt Kingdom. When you do the right thing, when you respond and you don't hide behind anything and you do the right thing, you can turn these reviews into something really powerful. And so again, if you get a bad review, guys, which chances are you're going to end up with potentially a bad review, something's going to happen. You're going to get a bad review. The good news is people can change that review, but they're only going to change it if you do a really good job at making sure you create a remarkable experience for them, right? Make an amends, make it better, and work hard on fixing the problems. Does that all make sense, guys? Cool. Next thing, photos in your Google business profile. Raise your hand if you think that adding photos in consistently on an actual scheduled timeline is important for your Google business profile. Raise your hand if you think it's important. Raise your hand if you believe that uploading those photos to your Google business profile and making sure that they're geo-tagged as to what's in the photo, geo-tagged, so like Columbus, Ohio, or wherever you're wanting to work, asphalt parking lot striping. Do you follow my drift? Your photos need to have the alt tags, the captions that are ultimately describing what the photo is, because that's important to Google. Does that make sense, guys? Cool. That consistency is really important. If I, for example, go to, let's look up something. Does anybody want to, anybody want to show their Google business profile so we can take a look at it? Raise your hand if you want to show your Google. All right, Maddie, what's your Google business profile? I'm going to go over here and we're going to look up your profile. Let me share my screen. All right, what should I type in, Maddie?
You want to put my business name or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, SA, stripe and curb.
Like that?
SA space, yeah.
Yeah. And where are you exactly located, Maddie?
San Antonio.
See you right here, right, brother? Maddie, that's you right here?
Yep, that's correct.
Cool. Awesome. When's the last time that you uploaded a photo?
Probably about 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
So just giving everyone advice here. This is awesome, by the way. I just want to first off say congratulations on 29 5-star reviews, man. That's a huge accomplishment. That's a really good way to build momentum, and people are going to find you by having that, of course. Your photos are also in here. Google's recommending that you're adding 3 photos a week is what they're recommending right now through the background. I'll call it background noise of Google. So 3 photos a week, and make sure that you're captioning them properly.
When
Make
you
sense?
ask for a caption, what would you like for us to say?
Yeah. So this would be like right here, for example, San Antonio line striping project RV sales office or retail center. Over here, I might put San Antonio, Texas ADA compliancy stenciling or pavement markings. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
San Antonio before and after striping project.
Am I going to put San Antonio for everything? Just so I know.
Well, whatever areas that you're wanting to work in, yeah, you definitely want to do that. Okay. It's going to help you for sure. What other services do you provide, Maddie, other than striping? Is it all striping?
At the moment, yes, just striping.
Nice work. Cool.
Thank you.
So over here in your reviews, go back and edit your reviews. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Always a pleasure to serve you right here in San Antonio, Texas. It was really great to line stripe your parking lot. So pavement markings, line striping, stenciling, paint lines, anything to do with line striping. And you could go to ChatGPT and you could look up those different keywords and you could say, give me 35 different Google review replies relating to striping that I can copy and paste in, make sure they're optimized for San Antonio, Texas, and it'll give you variations of unique replies that you can just copy and paste in. Create a Google Doc, throw it in your Google Drive, and you'll have that available to you. Golden nugget.
I will do that. Thank you.
You're very, very, very welcome. Cool. Photos on your Google business profile, guys. Pump it up. Raise your hand if you have over 10 Google reviews on your Google business profile. Raise your hand if you have over 5. And raise your hand if you don't have any at all, but you have started your business. If you don't have any at all, but you have started your business. Cool. We all got work to do, right? That's the good news, is we have work to do. Whether you have no reviews, whether you have 5 reviews, or you have 20 reviews or 29 reviews, we have work to do. Some of those best practices tonight, you guys should really start applying like as of tomorrow. Best practices. If you guys want the playbook on this stuff, I've had a playbook on it, the recommended path, and it's through some connections that I have as well. If you guys want that playbook, you see my email up here on my screen. Feel free to email me, and I'll send you over a playbook. It's just a Google Doc that has the playbook of exactly best practices relating to Google reviews that we've discussed tonight. Okay, feel free to do that, and we'll get it over to you. Matthias, what's going on over there, man?
Well, I'm learning lots too, obviously, but we're busy working with guys looking into the pothole side of the season here, obviously here in the northern part of the country, and then covering some contractors down the south there for projects that still have in the works. But excited about helping people, that's for sure.
What are your thoughts on this too, Matthias? What do you think of this?
I
Yard
love it.
signs.
Yeah. We carry those at Asphalt Kingdom, so we can customize them to whatever you want to look like. You like that QR code, not necessarily that one, obviously your QR code from your Google My Business profile. We can definitely set those up for you.
We can, and straight up, guys, you can go get it printed at your local offices there too, like whatever you want to do. But yard signs, guys, it's one of the best advertisements you can ever have, and your customers generally have no problem with you leaving your yard signs up for 2 or 3 days. And it also gives you a reason to go back, because when you go back, guess what you're doing? You're getting that Google review that we talked about earlier. That's like the perfect timing, man. It's like checking back in on the job, a little warranty touch up, shows that you're coming back. You walk the driveway. You've taken your before and after photos, of course, because that's pumping into your Google business profile, right? Your before and after photos of your projects. That's the way you guys need to be boogieing, man. Like those yard signs should be there, man. And if you're doing a striping job, for example, get one of those A-frame signs and put them out. People driving by, they'll see that stuff. How many times, Matty, have you been contacted ever while you were striping a job for somebody else that wanted a striping job? Raise your hand if that happened, brother. I know that everybody on here, if you're in the industry, you're going to have people that are coming up to you. Hey, can you come by, give me an estimate or something? Yeah, scan that A-frame QR code right there, man. Imagine putting that out while your truck's out on the road and you're seal coating driveways. You put that A-frame out behind your truck and it literally says QR code, free estimates. And guess what happens when they go to the QR code? Right on their phone. Boom. Nice lead gen right there. Ah, done. Spits right into your AK dash as a lead. How do we do that? Mackie. Cool. Cameron, you had your hand up, brother. By the way, Cameron, I'm looking forward to crushing it with you too, man. We're going to crush the pothole army. Dude, we're going to knock it out of the park.
You don't understand. I've been watching so many sales stack videos over the past couple of days and reviewing all the information. I'm ready, man.
We're going to crush it. You had your hand
Yeah,
up.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not too sure why I had it up. But it may have been about the reviews earlier. I always try like 5 points of contact. Like you guys always say, like the 12 to 14 points. Mine's email, SMS on my business cards. I made these new ones. It's like, we really appreciate your feedback once the job's completed. And then also sending them another follow-up on email after as well.
Yep. 100%. 100%. I'm going to give you guys something. I'm going to give you guys something tonight. I'm going to give you a badass document that we built. Check this out. Can you see this, guys? I'm going to give this to you guys. This is like some of the secret sauce that our team has worked on for you guys. And I want you to really be leveraging this stuff that we're going to share with you. email me, guys. My email address is on here. Email. I'm going to give you that playbook for the Google reviews, and I'm also going to give you this lead generation checklist. This comes out of the vault, the marketing vault. Send me an email. I'll send it over to you guys. My pleasure. Yeah. Mike, what's up, brother? You got your hand up. Is that Mike Thompson?
Yeah, man. Hey, I missed that part with the AK dash. There's a lead QR code there. Can you go back over that one time?
Yeah, so there's a way for us to basically have a form that we can put on your website that is going to be a landing page on your website, right? So we can install that on your website. And when somebody submits that form, that contact is API'd into AK Dash and a lead is created along with the task for you. So what you want to do is you want to go to a QR creator website where you can go create your QR codes. And behind that QR code is a hyperlink that goes to a landing page.
Okay, so I'll go into AK dash where the leads are.
Well, you're actually going to create a QR code through one of these QR creator websites, and I can send you info on it. Feel free to shoot me an email. But you need to create the QR code first. When you create that QR code, you bury a link behind that QR code. It just links to, it's a hyperlink, and it goes to a landing page. That landing page is on your website, not on AK Dash. It's on your own website.
Okay.
Or you can have it on, I mean, you could create a splash page. You could do a GoDaddy page if you don't have a website. But if you do have a website, you want to have it land on a site where we've embedded the HTML, the form name, whatever fields we want to put in there, right? Services that And then when they submit that form, it will automatically push the data to your AK Dash and create a lead in there along with the task for you.
Perfect, man. Thanks.
Of course. Happy to help. Nice. Hey, you guys, QR codes tonight, Google reviews, right? Marketing checklists. What else do you guys want to talk about, man? We've got another 21 minutes. We've got Jake Buroff on here tonight, taking time out of his busy fall schedule, crushing paving and everything. What's up, Jake?
How you doing? I figured I'd come and stop by tonight.
Thanks for stopping in, man. Buroff Paving, Jake Buroff, good friend, man. We've been following each other for a while. Probably what, 3 years, 4 years, 4 years?
Yeah, I think 3 or 4 years.
Dude, we were just,
time.
you know what's funny? We just hosted this pothole hunting workshop. You were like featured on there, bro.
Oh, was I? Oh man, I know. And I was, yeah. I was supposed to join that one, and part of the busy schedule, I wasn't able to make it. But I appreciate being featured on there. I'm still the same pothole hunter. It's gonna be winter here in no time, and I'm already scoping out where I'm gonna go and get them at once the time comes. But yeah, no,
we were talking about this $11.2 million case where this lady broke her ankle in Florida on a Target parking lot, and Target lost $11.2 million case for a trip and break on that Target parking lot. It was all over the news, man. If you look it up on Google, it's like 3 pages of this stuff. And so you know what attorneys are doing now? And when they see blood, when there's blood in the water like this, when they hear of a case like that, they immediately start advertising around this stuff. So now you're seeing all of these trip and fall cases that are arising.
Yeah.
They're all over Facebook, man. And it's like, you guys, I'm like saying this to everyone on the workshop, there was like 87 people live, 275 people signed up for this thing. And I'm like, guys, you got to leverage this kind of stuff to grow your business, man. Go solve people's pain points and go hit it,
Yeah, definitely. Big time. Potholes are a $1,000 repair turned into, 13 million for them. So if you can get them before it becomes an issue and sell them on why it will be an issue, it's kind of it'd be their own fault not to go with you and do it.
For those of you that don't know Jake, by the way, like Jake, I remember like 3 years. It was just 3 years ago. Like 3 years ago, man, you were just starting this business, like seal coating and doing like some mini patchwork and crack sealing, and And then it changed a little bit, man. Like in the last, tell us about your business now, brother. Just inspire some people that are listening, man.
Well, I used to be on here too. I mean, not like I obviously am still on here, but I was on here with all the same questions everybody else had. And you know, we just started out seal coating driveways, just like I'm sure all of you guys have done too. And just we became we actually became obsessed with it, where it was like all we could think about, all we talked about. It's my brother and I, so it's not just me. It's my brother Austin is like my right hand man. He does the same exact things I do on a daily basis. So we just really became obsessed with asphalt seal coating. We really wanted to pave. We wanted to buy a paver really bad. I remember we were going to buy a paver on Facebook Marketplace. I sent you some pictures of it. You were like, don't do it, don't do it. We drove like 4 hours away to go and look at it, rented a trailer and everything, got all the way down there. It was a piece of junk. We didn't end up buying it. So we just slowly started, you know, becoming more obsessed with asphalt, and we, you know, have a seal coat. Now we have a seal coating crew. We have an asphalt crew. We have a construction crew. We have leads galore. We can't get enough of it. We're like, you know, booked up to the ears. It's, you know, the end of the season. Asphalt plant's closing in 2 weeks, and we're still have, you know, so many jobs to do. So it really, like, I like to tell everybody, a lot of persistence, a lot of obsession, a lot of, you know, cold calling. I used to send Judd videos of myself walking into businesses and just cold call, you know, like just asking them, hey, you guys got all these, you know, potholes in the parking lot. Could we get them fixed up for you? And just try to get like pointers on like where I'm going wrong and what I'm saying and other things to say. And now I feel like I could walk in any business that has a pothole and I'll sell them in no time. Like it's, you just kind of start to get the feel for it. And once you know, can learn how to talk to these people and assure them that, you know, the liability is there and that you could fix it for them and, you know, you're honest and, you know, stuff like that. I also do feel like a big thing that's kind of thrown our trajectory up high is the Google reviews. You know, Google reviews 100%. It's Google reviews and getting your address on Google. That was another big, humongous jump for us. Like out of everything, the address on Google is it just the phone won't stop ringing now. It's everyone that's local, you know, and we used to get stuff that was like 40, 50 miles away, but as soon as that address gets on Google and people type in, you know, near me, it just comes up with the nearest address with the best reviews. And in our area, that happens to be us, but there's a lot of other companies that have been in business for 20, 30 years that have right around the same amount of reviews as us. We've just been so adamant on getting the reviews. We're not like paying for reviews, but we're just sending after each job, we're sending over, you know, a nice little message. Hey, here's our Google review link. It really helps us go a long way. If you can leave us a review, it helps us boost us up in the community, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, 90% of the time they leave us a review. And if you do a good job, you're going to get a good review. And it really, I know, you know, we hear that so many times, the Google reviews and this and that, but it really is key. I promise you, it's like, I think about it even like today. I think about it all the time. Like, how in the hell do we have so much work and how are we so busy and where is it coming from? And most of it is from Google reviews, Google address, and just having good reviews, like good, honest reviews. So I always try to tell everybody that's starting a business, just push for those reviews, push for like the follow-up reviews, and try to figure out a way where it takes a while to get the Google address on. They make you do all these crazy things now with a sign and a this and a that. But if you can get to that point, I promise you it is really, really worth it to do that, without a doubt. That address on Google. That's the biggest pit. That's the biggest tip I can give to people who are like, where do I get these leads from?
We were just talking about it before you popped on, I believe, right? Like we've been talking about this. This is the topic tonight.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the main thing I tell everybody. Even, you know, guys like Will, you know, hammered down his Google reviews. Will's also, I think this is his second year and he can't even keep up with the amount of leads he's getting. Reviews are where it's at nowadays. Any business, anytime I go anywhere, I always check the reviews.
And reply to them quickly. Make sure that you're optimizing
Yeah,
them
the
for geo
replying to them
search, the
too.
services.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I said to the team on here, I have that playbook, guys. If you email me, I'll send you the playbook that we have. But you just heard it from Jake too. Skylar, what's up, my man? What's up? We got man. What? This is a good
What up,
night.
dude?
I got all kinds of people I love on here, man. This is awesome. What's going on in PA?
Not much, bro. Not much. Still cranking. Playoff season, baby.
What do you say about Google reviews?
I agree. Get them. Line them up. Get 5-star reviews. Get them often. Post frequently. Update photos with jobs. SEO, the whole deal, right? You know, it's all very, very important. Like Mr. Jake was just saying there, it's definitely part of the game, and it's super undervalued to most contractors.
You know what else I find, man? And we know this, like we really know this. Even though we know what we need to do, a lot of us won't even do it.
That is true.
Very, very true. But the ones that actually do it, the ones that actually follow the yellow brick road, they start to see some results real fast, man. And when I hear from Jake, like when you become obsessed with what it is that you're building and you really, really desire it, not just want it, everything changes for you.
You feel that way until you do it, and then you see the results, and then it just like clockwork. Everyone says the same thing. I should have done this so long ago. If I would have just done this and just followed the processes of what everyone's telling me to do, it would have, because it doesn't take long. It really doesn't. It just takes like a lot of persistence and a lot of obsession. And I swear by those reviews, and I swear by anything with Google, like taking advantage of anything Google offers with the posts and the products and you really just got to like bombard your Google profile with any content you possibly can, and it just kind of pushes you to the top.
Jake, look at this. Look at the date on this, man. This is in our.
Is this a video? Oh,
well, I have all the videos. I'm not going to play them, but look, this is like December 16th, 2022, man, like pothole hunting phone script, the templates. Remember
yeah,
that?
I know.
Anyway,
It's only our 4th year, so I'm not far off from a lot of guys that are new. We really have, just like with the obsession of just like trying to be successful, has we have 9 guys now on payroll. So really it's like myself and Austin just focus on sales, and once you get to that point, it really starts to say like what you're saying. We're like, man, it's all starting to pay off. We're starting to like see the bigger picture.
what's the fleet look like now with your business? Like how many vehicles, what kind of
We
setups do you have?
We got four vehicles on the fleet. 2 of them go on the asphalt crew. 1 of them goes on the seal coating crew. And then we have like another vehicle's just kind of like there for like running errands and stuff like that. But overall, it's just like a smaller 1-ton dump truck. We have a little F-250 that just kind of pulls around tools, and then our skid steer and the seal coating truck and our seal right. And that's about it. But both crews run every day, and we the way we do it is the seal coating crew works Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturdays if needed, and then the paving crew will basically, in Chicago, every time you rip a driveway out, it has to be inspected by the city. So the city has to come out and check the levels and check the gravel, and then once that's done, you could pave it. So we'll rip out driveways Monday through Thursday, and we'll pave like 2 or 3 of them on a Friday, and then everybody kind of joins together. We all seal coating crew guys work together, asphalt guys work together, and we just kind of all make it happen. Because we still don't own a paver, so it's one of the things that we're still renting. So it's like I just kind of save it for the Fridays when we rent it, and we just get everything done at once.
You grow this year over last year revenue?
We doubled from last year.
Doubled your revenue?
Yeah.
What about profit? You guys doing well with profit too?
Yeah, we're doing really good with profit. We're this winter we're just kind of trying to like hammer down numbers more, and just kind of get more down to the nitty gritty of smaller things. But other than that, I mean, it's been really, really good.
Optimizing numbers is a really important thing at your size. I would say that it's important in all of our, no matter where we are in the journey. But as you get bigger and there's bigger dollars that are moving, it's so important. I know that Skylar went through like a massive breakthrough in the last, I guess, what is it, 18 months, 12 months? Like, yeah, 18, probably 18 months. Is that what it is?
18, yeah, 18, I would say. We started really like in-house, and we mastered our numbers in-house to our abilities 18 months ago, and really understood what we could to a high level. And now we have, a team of accountants in Kansas, fractional CFO, a daily accountant, and an accountant assistant that's in our books. We have weekly meetings with the accountants. We have weekly reports. We have monthly P&Ls. Every job is job costed down to a fraction of a percentage. Like, everything is allocated everywhere. Yeah,
That's what we're trying to get at. We're definitely trying to get at the point where we are costing every job, because right now that's kind of a problem for us. There's so many things going on. There's so many, things being bought on a daily basis. It's like, us trying to like kind of get all the receipts in one folder for each job, and then kind of just keeping up with it before we start the next job is just kind of something that we're trying to work on. But really, it's like I'm trying to get on to the point where I can have another guy do sales other than myself. And I feel like once I get to that point, I can kind of free up myself and get more down to those kinds of things. But yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm still learning too. I'm definitely not where I need to be at, but it's a big every day I'm learning something new still to this day.
yeah. I would 100%. My advice would be, at this point, figure out what is going to continue to generate revenue and what is the cost basis. Like, if it's cheaper to outsource the accountants and you're going to sell, like, do that first instead of worrying about numbers. Let someone that does numbers worry about numbers. Because like your sales pipeline is, like, I would say, one of the last things that you transfer in growing, in my opinion. You sell because you know the business, delegate administrative, HR, operations, everything else, and then sales is the next machine. It's its own business per se inside of the business, because it's just significantly different. It is a different beast. And Judd, I know you could probably attest to that, right? Like, that is your guys' gig, where sales and sales managers and all of that inside of an organization is completely different than, like, hey, show up here and put this down. Like, it's significantly more manageable to manage that than, like, people that kind of run around with full autonomy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
other thing, the other thing too is, like, the business is so much more fun when you have confidence in the numbers. Like, it really becomes less stressful. It becomes, for the owner specifically, right? It
Yeah.
becomes way less stressful. And I promise you that the stress that one feels in their business about finances that are out of control, that radiates not just amongst your team members, but it also will transfer into family. And that stress can actually be alleviated for a very minimal amount of money. It's
Data,
this,
not
we're not,
drama.
what's that?
Data, not drama, is our
Yeah,
saying all the time. Like,
100%.
when anybody brings us anything, like, it's down to, like, we have like crew utilization reports every single week that our accountant sends us. So, like, when the guys start being like, oh, it feels like we're working so much, we just be like, let's look at the chart. Yeah, here's the total hours worked this week. Here's the actual productive hours. Like, maybe if you guys weren't at Sheets for an hour every single day, you wouldn't feel like you're working so long, right? Like, data, not drama. Oh, 5
Right.
hours a week? That's a whole day you just bought yourself.
It's precisely,
true.
I had the same conversation this morning. Like, our sales team, Matthias, on our morning jam, we have our sales jam every single morning. And it's for 15 minutes. It usually ends up stretching because of me when I'm on it. But, like, I'm on it and Matthias is laughing at me here. Yeah, they have to tell me to just stop talking at times, right? Because I love what I do so very much. But the bottom line is that there was this sentiment that call volume was slowing down. And of course, I'm like, well, time of the year, right? Call volume tends to slow down at this time of year, and so on and so forth. But it was a very emotional comment that was made about phones slowing down. I feel like this phones are slowing down versus looking at the actual inbound call reports and then looking at the outbound call reports are totally two different things. Looking at the connected calls on the inbound and looking at the connected calls on the outbound, average talk times, and getting into details of how many quotes were delivered based upon those connected calls, to then looking at the quote amounts and what those quote conversion rates are to sales. Now I'm talking. You see, in our businesses, a lot of the time, what we don't do is we don't work backwards from what our goals are. And we don't put the bricks in the yellow brick road all the way back to the very beginning. And see, I know that the call volume was up last month, year over year. I know that the call volume is up year over year for the November month so far. And I also know that we dominated our sales numbers in the month of October by almost 40% and hit an all-time new record in our company in the month of October when it's supposed to be slower. And so it's really important that you as an owner operator and or your team members that you're working with, that you are making non-emotional decisions, but data-driven decisions that are then followed by belief and conviction and empowered by you as a leader so that your rest of your team can be cheering and chanting, let's go. And that's a really important thing because confusion in numbers will create enormous amount of stress and you'll make emotional decisions that can collapse a company. That's why a lot of people fail. It's not because they can't sell. We can all, like, there was a question, how do I go get my first job? Well, I'll tell you, get in your truck and knock on some doors and go and sell some jobs. Like, that's how I'd go get my first job. I would just go out there and knock and close my first job, crack sealing, seal coating, whatever it is, right? We can do that. Raise your hand if you can hop in your truck right now and drive down the road and look at a parking lot that needs some repairs and you could go sell a job. Everyone on here can do that.
Those are the fun days.
I miss
Right?
those days. I love
Right?
those days.
Yeah.
Right? Starting at 0, and then by the time you hit 4 p.m., all of a sudden it's like, holy crap, I've got 18 driveways we got to seal coat with the headlights of our truck on it because we've got $3,000 worth of work that needs to get done before sundown. But we had nothing all day because a lot of people were at work during that time. But now they're home and we've already flyered them. And sorry, we missed the door hangers and we already know our knockback. You guys know what I'm talking about. 40. For those of you, it's like 90 degrees. And you're covered in dust and dirt and people are blowing the blower and dirt's up in the air and you're like making money and your pockets are filled with cash. And then all of a sudden you look at all your payables and you have no more cash and you're going into the winter months and you're creating this cycle of insanity because you don't have a grip on your numbers. It's important to know your numbers. Otherwise, those envelopes can deplete real quick throughout the winter months. They suck. I've gone through winter months, guys, in my early days where I had to borrow money from family in the winter months right at the beginning because I didn't have enough money to cover my winter. We were not pothole hunting. We were Kermit the Frog as the meme against the window looking out at the snowy parking lot going, I wish that parking lot was not covered in snow and the weather would be above 55 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what we're trying to help you guys with. Jake, Skylar, really appreciate you guys, man, pouring in. You guys get some good value here tonight on the roundtable.
Definitely.
Takeaways.
Every time I come on, I get good value out of it.
Man, well, we appreciate you coming on, guys. Coach
No
Scott,
problem.
appreciate you, man. Always showing up and being amazing.
As long as the baby's not screaming, we're all right.
No, we're all good. Guys, one more any other questions? Are we good to rock and roll? You guys get enough tonight? I mean, yeah, good. All right, cool. Just a reminder, Pothole Army, we only have a few spots left. And it is going to be badass. 8 weeks of coaching. It's going to be myself that's going to go through the thing. We're going to go through all the details from prospecting right through to getting your jobs closed, building lifelong accounts, and of course, giving you guys all kinds of resources to crush it. But the best part about all of it, the Pothole Army that starts on November 10th is going to be with a group of people that have actually paid $2,000 to be in on it. So their blood, sweat, and tears, they're in on this, man. They got no choice but to make this work, right? You guys, for those of you that put the $2,000 in, you already know. It's like, I better crush it with this thing, right? For those of you that are in, you're in. And I'm super excited that you've put flesh in on this, because I'm putting flesh in on it too, guys. I'm going to put it all on the table with you guys, all of it. And by the end of it, you're going to have built a business that's really, really exciting. If I look back at the messages with Jake, like I've got stacks of messages, and if I showed every photo of him with a smile, or video of him doing all these potholes and gas station parking lots and everything, there's dozens of these things of him winning and rocking it as well.
And all those were just walked in, and I just asked them if they wanted to get it done. That's it.
Cool.
And it helps when you got the tools in the bed of your truck and you're like, see, look, we got it all right here, ready to go.
Ready to rock and roll. Matthias, can you drop the link? If anyone's interested in joining, there's a few spots left. Click the link, sign up to it. And you guys, this is a huge investment. I understand it's $2,000, it's the commitment, but just to put this into perspective, it can be a day and a half to 2 days of work that will cover that investment. You're going to learn stuff that will accelerate you really, really quickly. All right. So we'll teach you how to do it. Yeah. And again, for those of you that are attending, by the end of the 8 weeks, if you haven't got your value out of it, if you haven't gone out there and already started crushing it after 8 weeks, I'm going to refund you. You're getting refunded. So I've got to make it happen. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. Cool, guys. Appreciate everyone hopping on the roundtable tonight. Link is in the comments down there. Feel free to check it out, the chat. And of course, we'll see you next week. Same time, same place, right here on the AK Roundtable. Again, for those of you that are on the Pothole Army, it is going to be Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Need to make sure that you guys aren't showing up late to that. This is a cohort. Like I said on it, man, there's going to be some people that are going to go through some pain in this training, but it's going to be all good, man. We're literally linked arm in arm through this thing. Show up early. That's what we would do as a platoon. We're going to go out. We're going to show up early. We're going to rock it. All right, guys, show up early. Cool.
Let's go.
Rock. Have a beautiful evening, everyone. We'll see you next week, man. Thanks again.